What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the shop. Thank you so much for tuning into another video. So before we start the mod journey on our G80 M3, we wanted to make two separate videos. One talking about 5 things we absolutely love about the car, 5 reasons why we got the car, and just things that really stand out from our perspective. And then we wanted to make another video talking about 5 things we aren't just too fond of, 5 things that BMW could have definitely improved on and stuff like that. Also, we want to thank you guys for all the positive feedback on the last video. We are excited that you guys are happy with the most recent purchase. We are excited to start the journey on this car because it definitely has tons of potential. But yeah, guys, if you guys can agree with the 5 things we're talking about in today's video, definitely comment down below and let us know that you guys do agree as well. Before we start the video, guys, I'm not too sure if you can tell on camera, but we did tint our windows. It made a huge difference in terms of how aggressive and black the car looks and how cool the car stays inside now. It's been extremely hot here in California, so window tint was definitely a must. Like I said in the last video, we wanted to show off the interior, so we're a little apprehensive on tinting the car, but it's definitely well worth it. If we're at a show or an event, we'll probably just have the windows down to show the interior off and some of the other cool features that we're going to be adding to the car shortly. So yeah, guys, if you guys are on the fence about window tint, I definitely recommend it. I guess you can say this is our first mod on the car, but definitely made a huge difference. All right, guys, so we're gonna start off with number 1, and that's gonna have to be the interior. We're gonna have to give it a 10 out of 10, I have to say. The interior is amazing. BMW definitely killed it with this new interior. Like I mentioned in the last video, we did have an M340i for a little bit, so a lot of aspects of this interior were not new to us, but the updated M version is just on a whole nother level. We love how BMW added the option to add more carbon on the steering wheel, the trim that goes around the multimedia buttons, the red M1 and M2 buttons. Those are just a lot of cool features that you can get straight from the factory now, because the previous generation steering wheel wasn't as customizable. And then the center console is just gorgeous. All the carbon, the M3 comp badge, the red stop start button, the nice M shifter, everything just looks really well designed. So the second reason why, guys, might be a little boring, but if you guys own this car, is definitely beneficial. We were just excited to develop stuff for this new platform. It is very new to the BMW lineup. We already have a few ideas in mind that we're going to release very soon. One big mod or one big aesthetic feature that's going to come out very soon and is hoped to be out by SEMA this year is, we will definitely post sneak peeks of that part as it comes out. But for the time being, like I mentioned, guys, we're excited to develop stuff for this car. It is very new to the BMW platform. It already has tons of potential from what we see. BMW did a good job already, though, aesthetically on most of the car. I can say some things need to be fixed a little or tweaked. I mean, for example, look at this rear setup already. I know because the car is black and the diffuser is black, it doesn't contrast very well. If we had a lighter color, this diffuser would really stand out. We have a lot of cool things coming out, and definitely look out for that, guys. All our social media links will be down below so you guys can keep updated with that stuff and see the process on those items. Okay, guys, so moving on to number 3. We're now in the front of the car. I'm sure most of you guys guessed it. It definitely is the S58. So yeah, guys, let's open the hood and check it out. We know we got you guys. You guys thought it was gonna be the grills. Not yet. So the beautiful S58. Theory on this is the B58, the S55 had a baby, and this is what they created. We know this engine is capable of tons of power from the factory, outside the box, however you want to call it. It's already extremely fast. We ran it with a few of our buddies on the freeway. They have full bolt-on S55 M3 M4s, and unfortunately we kept up, or we either beat them, I guess you can say. We've already owned 2 B58s here. We had the F30 340i. We love that car. We did full bolt-on on it, tons of performance mods. It was a monster. Then we picked up the new A91 Supra. We did some performance mods, but that car just from the factory was extremely fast already. We added some catalyst downpipes, just the basic stuff, and it was extremely fast. We had the M2 competition for a little bit. Again, full bolt-on on that car as well. Stage 2 tune, upgraded literally everything. We didn't do the turbos and stuff like that, but we did literally every full bolt-on mod you can do. The car was extremely fast. Then our most latest car was the M4, another S55 that we added to the fleet. We didn't do performance mods on that just because we already experienced an S55 on steroids, so we're just kind of focusing more on aesthetics on that car. But we know the S58 is going to be crazy. The S58 definitely had to be on the list because it's just capable of tons of power. So next on the list, and I'm sure most of you guys can agree, is the stock wheels on the new M lineup. They're so nice. The BMW designer definitely took more time designing the wheels than he did some other parts of the car, let's say. But they're just so clean and aggressive, which we appreciate, because that means we are able just to add some spacers and possibly springs, and our car just looks like it's ready to go, you know. These wheels surprisingly get the job done for being factory wheels, and we're excited to see BMW making the fitment a little more aggressive than usual. As you guys can see, it almost fills up that arch. So that's really good. And we also like how the rears are 20 and then the fronts are 19. So it's cool to see BMW doing that. They're really changing things up, guys, and you know, it's pretty obvious they're changing things up. But yeah, so the wheels are definitely one of our favorite things on this car. They just stand out so well. Like I said, you can just add some simple springs and spacers and your car's ready to go. So now moving on to the final thing on the car. I'm sure most of you guys guessed it, or probably didn't guess it because you guys are just not too fond of it. It would have to be the grills. What can we say, guys? We were definitely surprised. I'm sure most of you, I'm sure everyone who's a fan of BMW was surprised to see that BMW actually went through with this and released these on the car. Now, if you're wondering why is this one of our favorite features, even though we're kind of bagging on it, it's because us as a company and me myself, we are just all about growth and development and just seeing something or a company, a product or whatever just develop. So we're excited to see BMW taking big moves and bold steps on putting something on their car that could jeopardize tons of sales, but we know it definitely has it because tons of people are buying these cars daily, taking delivery, doing special orders, you know. So even though these grills are getting tons of backlash, they're still not stopping people from purchasing the car. For the last few years, it feels like all the cars started to look the same. They all had the same features, the same interior features, the same exterior features. So these grills definitely make you stand out. You know that you have the new M3, the new M4.